Coach, coming off a tough, hard-fought game at homecoming, really good crowd. You have to hit the road again against a Wayne State team. Just talk a little bit about the preparation this week as you guys prepare for the Warriors on Saturday.
Yeah, we're back on the road, so it was short-lived there being at home, but it felt good to be at home. Obviously, very thankful for the crowd that came out. So thanks everybody for coming out and supporting us. And but this week presents a lot of challenges. Back to defending the triple option, and we're one of Wayne State's rivals. So they've always got Saginaw Valley circled, on the schedule every single year. And so I told our kids that, and these last 2 years we've been in battles with them. Last year we won in overtime, and the year before that it came right down to the wire in 2022. And so, this game traditionally is always a very tight, close game. Both teams play very hard, and so we're expecting to go on the road and expecting for a fight. And so we've had a great week of practice, and we're healthy, which is good. We're continuing to get guys back, and so that's very encouraging. And our guys have had a great energy about them this week, and they know that all their goals and dreams are still in front of them, and that we control our own destiny. So, big one this Saturday, and looking forward to our opportunity.
You mentioned the closest of this series. 4 of the last 6 have been 1-score deficits between these two teams. 5 of the last 6 are 2-score deficits. So like you said, last couple years really close. Overtime game last year. You guys have been in some close fights with teams this year. The Indianapolis game had to come from behind and win it later. The Northwood game was another close game last week against GV. What of those kind of close matchups you guys have had this season? How does that kind of help you prepare for a team like Wayne State, who seems to always play you close?
Yeah, obviously just when you get in that situation, you can reflect back and be like, okay, we've been there before. It's not the first time we've been in that situation, and so just some takeaways from this season is, offensively we've did a very nice job in the 2-minute situation. We've had a lot of opportunities in the 2-minute drill to move the ball down the field, and we've scored many times, and when we haven't, we've got the ball down into field goal range. And so, offensively we have a lot of confidence, in our 2-minute, 4-minute situations, because we've been there and we've done it, okay? And so, and then defensively it's kind of along the same lines, having already played a triple option offense, and so and we do some of those things. So defensively I think we feel really comfortable, but they do a great job running the football. We've got to stop the run this week. And Wayne's going to try to shorten the game by running the ball. And so we have to be really smart with our ball security, and we've got to take advantage of our possessions. And, when you go from a game that you have 13 possessions down to 10, those are critical. You can't have drive-stopping penalties, and you can't turn the ball over, and that's how it ends up being a really tight game. And so we've got to come out and take care of business early.
You mentioned turnovers. A stat I have in front of me actually is, Wayne State has 8 forced fumbles this year, 6 fumble recoveries, so they're a defense that really likes to strip that ball and get at it. What do you guys have to do to just ensure, ball security, like you said, so you don't take away a possession that might be critical later in a game?
Yeah, absolutely. Last week we didn't have a turnover, and, neither did GV, and so, it was a really clean game by both, and that's what we want to continue to do. You got to continue to keep the ball high and tight, and you got to chin X the football when you get in traffic. But Wayne State on defense, they run around, and they bring a lot of pressure, and so there's guys running around all over the place, and so they do a good job of tackling, and they play hard. That's what you see on film is Wayne State. They play hard. So the record does not indicate. They played Davenport extremely tough last week. 29-26. In the middle of the fourth quarter there. And then they played Ferris tough the week before that, and so they've been in every game they've played this season. So they're a solid football team, and they're looking to get their first victory, and we just need to really come out and continue to prepare like we prepared last week and go out there and play our best.
You mentioned, your defense has seen a triple option team already before with Northern running the scheme that they run. Wayne State has a really mobile quarterback who's leading their team in rushing. How does it help your preparation when we have a guy like Mason McKenzie, who's also a really good mobile quarterback? How does he prepare your defense to kind of slow that attack down with Wayne State with their quarterback?
Yeah, absolutely. And when it comes down to discipline, when you're talking about triple option, you got to defend all 3 phases. The dive, the quarterback, and the pitch. And so obviously, Wayne's quarterback is a good player, and he makes their offense go. And so he's had some big games this year, and he can throw the football. And so we need to try to make them one-dimensional. We need to stop the run, force them to have to throw the football, and then hopefully get our hands on some footballs and create some momentum and really try to take advantage of our pass rush, our personnel, and then I just think we got to continue to play great on special teams. And so far this week we've had a really good week, solid week. Feel good about it, and I know our guys are excited to get to Detroit. We got a lot of Detroit guys, and so it's a homecoming for a lot of our guys down there as well.
Appreciate your time, Coach, and good luck this Saturday.
Yeah, thanks, Corey.